So for this station, your diagram station, this is called Get a Backbone. I'm going to read you the background information and give you the instructions before you start the activity. Biologists study living things. To make this easier, biologists organize living things into categories. Then they organize the categories into more categories. Animals are one of the categories of living things. Animals are separated into two groups, vertebrates and invertebrates. Vertebrates are animals with a backbone. Whales, ostriches, and snakes are vertebrates because they have backbones. Invertebrates are animals without a backbone. Beetles, sea stars, and snails do not have backbones, so they are invertebrates. Vertebrates are separated into 5 categories: mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and fish. This chart lists the traits or the features of the 5 types of vertebrates. So you can see in this chart, mammals are considered mammals if they are covered in hair or fur, if they are warm-blooded, if they give birth to babies, and if they get oxygen from air. Birds are categorized as birds if they are covered in feathers, if they are warm-blooded, if they lay eggs, and if they get oxygen from the air. Reptiles are covered in scales. They are cold-blooded, so you can already see a difference between reptiles, birds, and mammals. They lay eggs and they get oxygen from the air. So already you can see that there are similarities and differences among vertebrate animals. So reptiles are covered in scales while mammals are covered in hair or fur. Reptiles are cold-blooded while mammals are warm-blooded. Also, reptiles lay eggs and birds lay eggs. So there are similarities, but there are also differences. Amphibians would be considered amphibians if they have smooth skin, if they are cold-blooded, if they lay eggs, and if they get oxygen from air and water. So amphibians, like frogs, are able to get their oxygen from both air and water, which is pretty cool. Fish would be considered fish in this category if they are covered in scales, if they are cold-blooded, if they lay eggs, and if they get oxygen from water. So you can already easily see and distinguish differences between fish and mammals. But once again, you can also highlight some similarities between a couple of these different types of vertebrates. So what you're going to do, my screen can't show this to where you can see it very well. But this is in your stations packet, so you can look at this while I'm talking about the instructions. So this is what we call a tree diagram, and it's similar to one scientists use to organize vertebrates. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut out these pictures. They are also found in your packet, and you are going to categorize them the way a scientist would based on their characteristics or their traits. And I want you to use this right here, this chart, to help you. You can pause the video and just keep this up on your Chromebook screen as you categorize these animals, but make sure that you are using this as a resource. Don't just guess based on what you think. Make sure you are using this to guide you. And once you have cut and glued these onto your chart, that is the end of this station.